Bret Hart had, during his last year as WWF, in the WWF, a film crew documented his journey, and there was a documentary called Wrestling with Shadows. And basically, this documented his move going into WCW, but it also documented the Montreal Screwjob, famous wrestling event. And I watched the documentary for the first time a couple of years ago, and Wrestling with Shadows is a phenomenal documentary. Again, it's a true telling. You see Bret in his home with his family, how he feels about potentially going to WCW because they were going to give him money. Basically, WWF offered him a big long contract, but then they couldn't pay him it. So he got offered a chance to go to WCW. It was okayed by Vince McMahon, and he was going to go out as WWF champion. He wasn't going to lose the belt, but they screwed him over in the final match. And then it's shown the mic was on at the end when he goes backstage and he's talking to Vince, and it's chaos. It's chaos backstage. But I think if you took the basis of what that documentary was, the story of that documentary, and feature the Montreal Screwjob and his events, his time leading up to that, and then moving to WCW with Bret Hart, I think that would be a really good story. And again, you could just take that documentary. I know they did it with the Page with the Page movie, Fighting with My Family, or Wrestling with My Family. They took a documentary, I believe it was of the same name, and The Rock seen that documentary, and he was like, I want to make that into a movie. And that's what it got. It got fictionalized to a degree, but the basis of it was what that documentary was, and then it was made into that film, which I really enjoyed. I thought it was a really cool British film about pro wrestling, about the WWE. So I enjoyed that. So Wrestling with Shadows, I think that would be the perfect. I think it would be the only possible choice as well. If we're looking at take away what we're seeing with the Hulk Hogan one and the Young Rock, I don't think we'll ever see the tragic events of Owen Hart or Chris Benoit's stories told. I think I could definitely see the Bret Hart story, the Montreal Screwjob, and Wrestling with Shadows being told on screen. I think it would be a fantastic watch for fans. And I think Bret Hart is a name that wrestling fans, old and new, know as well. So I think it would work as a biopic, and it is definitely one I would love to see.